The Cherish House to me is very just mother-centered. It's known for being a maternity home, but it's so much more than that. It's all about supporting moms on their journeys through pregnancy and also beyond their pregnancy, finding stability in their careers and their relationships, in their mental health, and helping support them in any way that they can. It is a little different for every resident that stays there. It really depends on the person's needs and how much freedom they have within their day-to-day life to do things. If they have a job, they're still going to their job, and this is just kind of a home base for them. For someone like me, I was there all day, every day, and it was a lot about guiding me through. It was my first pregnancy, so I needed a lot of help with preparation for what childbirth is gonna be like, what's labor is gonna be like, all these things I had never done before. It was really preparing me for the mental aspect of that and the physical aspect, and just also getting me ready to help decide how I was gonna handle my life after the baby. Going into Cherish House, it felt like my life was over. You know, I was this 19-year-old who was pregnant, didn't know what to do with this baby, and it just felt like survival mode. I was not familiar at all with Cherish House before becoming pregnant, and it was something we kind of stumbled across. And at first I really didn't think it was gonna be what I was looking for, but I figured what was there to lose, give them a call. I ended up going to the house, meeting with Amy, and pretty much instantly my thought process about it did a 180. I was like, I think this is exactly what I need. I felt very led there. The way that Cherish goes above and beyond is the relationships that the people working there build with residents, because I have relationships that I will still reach out to them to this day over call or text or meet up with them, and genuine friendships that were formed there, and just people that I know I have in my corner and are helping support me throughout my life. They also just meet you where you're at. So for me, getting my physical exercise was something important to me while I was there, and these people went on walks with me, they went on bike rides with me, whatever I felt like I needed, they were there for that. It wasn't a routine of theirs that I had to follow. Every relationship that I had with the different people working there was very unique to me. Amy is probably the person I became closest to because I spent the most time with her. We just had so many conversations, and she's the person that I talk to the most on like a weekly basis outside of Cherish House now. Regina, she was a lot of fun. She was the one that made me smile a lot. We were always going out to eat together, watching movies. Like, we had a very social life together. Tina was very special to me because she just has this kind, loving heart where she can feel your pain so intensely and relate to you. And she just knows how to be there for you emotionally. Those were the three that I became closest with while I was there, for sure. They're doing the good work, and their efforts show in the work. It shows in the results of the people that are leaving the house, the impacts they're having on the people around them, and they're just very centered on the good. They're just gonna do whatever they need to do and whatever they're called to do, and they're gonna do it in the best way possible. Somehow during my time there, things completely shifted, and I left Cherish House in a much better state than even before I was pregnant. It completely changed how I look at life, the things I wanna do with my life. Because of the experience I had there, it was so touching that I really want to get into nonprofit work myself as I grow up. I changed my college path a little bit, and I think it also helped bring me closer with God. They are a Christian-centered organization. They don't necessarily push it on you, but they just kind of guide you if spirituality is something important to you, and for me it was, and they really, really helped with my spiritual relationship, with my relationships with family, with how I perceive the people and the things happening around me. It just completely changed my life. I was pretty sure I wanted to do adoption, but I wasn't fully set. They really helped guide me in deciding, you know, if adoption was what I wanted to pursue, if I wanted to try and mother myself, just basically the form of motherhood, because adoption is still a way of being a mom. I loved that they were supporting me no matter what I decided. If I decided to adopt the baby, they were gonna support me. If I decided to keep the baby for myself, they were gonna support me. I had my son May 31st, Amos Perry. I was close enough with the adoptive parents at that point that the mom was in the room with me, they were staying at the hospital with me. It was just such a great relationship. I'm really happy I was able to share that experience with them. We had such a close bond that we were doing everything together. You know, we were naming the baby together, we were deciding how we were gonna leave the hospital together, and I went through with the adoption. He is currently with the family, and they live about an hour from where I grew up. So now I'm seeing him basically weekly, depending on if I'm in college or not, but we do holidays together. His siblings also call my mom grandma. They just are a new family to us. It's not a forced relationship at all. Regardless of my son, I think that they're gonna be a part of my life for the rest of my life. It's become a phenomenal relationship. Some people, if it's a situation similar to mine, might be scared to bond with their baby because they don't know if the baby's going to continue being a part of their life. They don't know how it's going to happen. It can be associated with a very hard experience becoming pregnant. You don't want to push those emotions down. It's just going to make it so much harder in the long run. And if you allow yourself to really feel those things and process everything, it's just going to lead you to a better decision that you're happier with in the long run, and you're going to become healthier. You're going to feel better with how everything went. So just really encourage people to think through these things. Don't run away from them, and lean into the hard and embrace the hard parts of the journey.